Storm clouds and gray skies isn't stopping family fun at tonight's Macon County Fair. The fun begins with rides, games, and armbands for $22, and come get some delicious funnel cake while you're at it.
WAND News at 6 starts now.
Tonight, a community mourns the death of a 4-year-old boy, but Evan Higgins' short life continues to touch others through organ donation. This is a live picture from HSHS St. John's Hospital in Springfield, where they're raising an organ donation flag in his honor. Family members say 4-year-old Evan Higgins died over the weekend after falling into a swimming pool Friday. Higgins' father is Pana High's football coach Trevor Higgins. WAND's Joe Ostrowski joins us with a look at how people in Pana are reacting to Evan's death. New at 6, police say more new calls have come in about a teacher accused of sexual abuse. Normal police say Jonathan Hovey of Forsyth inappropriately touched children on school properties. Hovey was previously involved with sexual abuse allegations back in 2005. If you know of any unreported incidents involving Hovey, you're asked to call the Normal Police Department. The house behind me was damaged in a fire back in February. It's no longer livable and was put on a list to be torn down. However, city officials say that it hasn't been torn down yet because it doesn't meet the emergency demolition criteria. Decatur Public School teaching assistants are battling for equal pay. The Decatur Federation of Teacher Assistants has now called in a federal mediator for the pay negotiations. The leader of the federation says its TAs constantly work with kids, helping them learn to read, write, and even perform life skills. But now talks have stalled over health insurance and wages. A 4th person has been arrested in the murder of Roosevelt Anderson Jr. of Danville. The U.S. Marshal Fugitive Task Force arrested 20-year-old Tarek C. Wilson in Centralia on Friday. Police say they found Anderson shot in the road in the 900 block of Redden Court. He was taken to a hospital where he died from his injuries. Governor Pritzker signs a measure to improve health care access in the state. He signed a bill to cut down the Medicaid backlog. The measure will reduce the time it takes applications to be processed and will decrease the amount of claims denied. One state representative says this will make it easier for seniors and people with disabilities to get the care they need. A scam is targeting Kincaid residents. The Kincaid Police Department says a man has been calling around saying he is an officer. He tells victims they will be arrested if they don't pay the money. This is a scam. Just hang up and do not give your information out. People living in the West End are saying that there's been break-ins of homes and vehicles, and they want to make sure that City Council hears their frustrations. Lincoln Correctional Center employee is facing charges for having sex with an inmate. 28-year-old Ashley Dahl was arrested on the 18th for 2 counts of custodial sexual misconduct. Police say it happened between April and June while the inmate was on probation. Dahl is set to be in court August 27th. Illinois State Fair is just days away, and fairgoers will see some big changes. Over the past 2 years, more than $13 million in state funds has been spent on infrastructure improvements at the fairgrounds, and one of the most anticipated, the Coliseum. The 118-year-old building reopened this week. The structure began its remodeling process in 2016 after it was shut down when it was deemed structurally unsafe. But improvements don't stop there. The state fair manager says construction has been happening all over the fairgrounds over the past year. The Chautauqua Auditorium combines art, history, and community. But this stage has also hosted famous names.
William Howard Taft, before he was president, spoke from this stage. Carrie A. Nation, Billy Sunday. We've had some major musical performances here.
The auditorium has seen better days, which is why the Shelbyville community is coming together to fix the damage the building has.
We were making great progress. We raised some money. We did some improvements. We put the windows back in the top. We did some structural repairs.
City Councilman Mark Shanks says if repaired, the auditorium will be put to good use.
Historical displays to go on around the building. We would have it open on the weekends at least, and it would be usable for events and weddings.
He says they have an engineering study and a contractor who says he can save the building.
Other than this upper section where you can see these green cross members, which I'll do this animation here in a minute, it actually meets current code.
Even though the auditorium is up to code, the City Council faces many decisions on its future.
Whether we can save it, whether we can find the money to save it, whether we need to tear it down. Of course, there's a lot of costs involved with that too. And if we were to replace it with a newer structure, there'd be a lot of costs involved in that. So.
In Shelbyville, for WAND News, I'm Caitlin Eddington.